Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and this is a little bit of a first look, kind of, sort of, but not really. I was sent this particular website via Facebook. They have their own YouTube channel, much larger than mine, but you know what? I took a look at this project that they are on about, and it actually looks pretty neat. It's called adventurelookup.com, and when you get into it, it drops you directly in here, and what it is basically a community monitored and community organized database covering all of the adventures from, it looks like, all versions of D&D and maybe even some beyond. Now, as you can tell, it's not very fancy. It immediately drops you in here, and looks like it only had a few hundred when it went live a couple days ago, and already we're seeing more and more added. It was at about 1,090 last night when it was sent to me, and now it's already up to 1120 plus. This is basically exactly what it says on the tin. It's an adventure lookup database. You've got, as you can see, publishers, the various adventures, all the way from the major TSR and Wizards of the Coast, all the way down to people who only have one or two out. And it looks like you can expand or contract that as necessary. You can clear all the filters. It just uses the standard check off what you're looking for. You can sort them by system and edition, and as I said, it looks like they've got things. They got Dungeon Crawl Classics in here. That's neat. But they've got the OSR movement. They've got variations of D&D and Pathfinder. It lets you sort by environment. Lets you sort by notable items. Now, this is one of the search categories I'm not entirely sure about because there are a ton of items. And, yeah, that could become confusing real quick. I think that one probably would have been better off with another text sort like the main one. But, setting that aside, we'll take a look. You can sort them by boss monsters, sort them by common monsters, sort them by length, sort them by level, both minimum and maximum, and general level range. Now, level range is kind of interesting because it does vary from edition to edition. So I'd be interested to see exactly what that sort of sorts out to. You can sort them whether they're available for solo play, including pre-gen characters, including handouts, tactical maps, whether they're part of an overall collection, and where they're found generally. Everything from the current DM Guild or Drive-Thru RPG kind of PDF stuff through old school stuff like old Dragon magazines. I don't necessarily think that it was necessary to bust every Dragon magazine issue out into its own thing, though. That's another problem. Now, what do you get when you find one? Well, let's take a look. It doesn't give you it does not give you the adventure itself. What it does is it gives you a summary of the edition, the setting, the starting level, the environment, whether it includes tactical maps and such. And if you actually go in there, it gives you a write-up, which is basically a write-up summary. Gives you the author, gives you the publisher, how long it is, which is important for some people, where to find it. This is important because, as I said, it does not give you the actual adventure, so you're going to want to know where you can actually pick it up, as well as the system and the other information that we've already covered, whether or not it's soloable, etc., common monsters that are involved, and so forth. So you can go ahead and look up basically anything. Let's, for instance, go ahead and see if there's anything involving a Holy Avenger. This is one thing that I'm actually interested in because I've been trying to collect, like by hand, I was trying to collect information on adventures that include the Holy Avenger. Now, this is not going to give me an exact detail because I'm looking right now. This is starting level low, Copper Knight Hold, but why would it have listed Holy Avenger in here? I don't know. I honestly don't know. This one gives you where you can actually purchase it. But let's see. I am not entirely sure if that was the best choice for now because none of these things here look like they actually have a Holy Avenger in them. They might have holy people and they might have Avengers. It's interesting to see Glimmer Mount in here as an axe version. I wonder if they have other versions of it. Let's try that. Glimmer Mount. Just the one. Wait, load more results. Nope. Alright, let's go ahead with a Mega Dungeon. Castle of the Mad Archmage, that's a Mega Dungeon. Glimmer Mount, that's a Mega Dungeon. Dragon Mountain, that's a Mega Dungeon. Not so... Yeah, here we go. 10-part 4th core Mega Dungeon here. Tower of the Ascendants. Some of these are mainstream, like the Dragon Mountain stuff that are classical, and some of these are just little stuff that 1 or 2 people did and put up somewhere. Like this one doesn't even have... This one's got a direct link because this one is apparently available either for free or whatever. Yes, this one looks like it's available for free. So this one has a decent-sized dungeon associated with it. And I've probably just given away a lot, but some of them have direct links. Night Below, that's a Mega Dungeon. You can load more results. Fucking... I know there's more than 5 Mega Dungeons. Let's try Undermountain. Is that going to give me things? Hey, yeah, it's going to give me the D&D Encounter section. Ruins of Myth Dranor, which I don't think is actually Undermountain, but then you've got actual Ruins of Undermountain stuff. Great Modron Marsh. You see, they're still adding things to this. That's the important part. Is that they're still adding things. They're constantly adding additional stuff. So let's go ahead and sort by. First of all, we're going to clear all filters. I don't need that. I just need to. Let's go back to the main and just clear my lookups here. Let's look at all the TSR stuff. So this is all stuff from TSR, which includes your classics like well, that's not a classic, but I've got it on my particular shelf. Things that were published in the 2nd edition era, etc., etc., 1st edition era. Stuff that's in Dungeon Magazine. Oh, nice. B1 to B9. I love this particular one. I've got this on my shelf right now. It unites the first 9 of the B series. So it's actually a really, really handy thing to look up. You can find all kinds of information on here. So I think as they revise it, and I think as they focus on cleaning up the database search engines and such, this could be a very interesting tool going forward. I know for a fact that it solves a lot of issues I had. For instance, finding things of a particular level range. I know I get asked a lot, let's say, okay, what's the best adventure for, say, a level 1 group? So you go down here, minimum starting level 1, maximum starting level 1, and 1 and 1, and we do apply, and we find stuff that's all level 1 stuff, which includes your DM's Guild stuff for 5th edition, but it also includes stuff for like Pathfinder, stuff for 3rd edition, and so on and so forth. So you can instantly find an adequate little adventure for your 1st level people. So yeah, the utility of this, it's a simple concept, but I have to say that it's one that I didn't, I've seen sites that gave lists of adventures by level, but having it all in one searchable database is definitely a step ahead. I hope that they go forward with this project. I hope they don't get any bad feedback from any of these actual publishers, because I know that a lot of the Wizards of the Coast and Paizo people don't usually bother with this kind of thing. So it's going to be interesting to see. I like how they've got they've got some pretty solid publishers in here. I'm hoping I'll be keeping an eye out on this over the course of the next few weeks and see how well that they flesh out that database, because it looks like they've got a lot of adventures to add. Anyway, if you want to take a look at it yourself, it's at adventurelookup.com, and you don't have to put the /adventures. That fills in automatically. I believe login is for just when you want to actually add stuff to the database. Aside from that, decent site, self-explanatory. Looks like it'll be a real help. This has been the RPG Crawler with a brief look at adventurelookup.com. If you like what you've seen, remember to leave a like, comment if you've got feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content. Until next time, take care and goodbye.